And the first habit is to be proactive. And at the beginning of this chapter, it starts with a quote which says, "I know of no more encouraging fact than the unquestionable ability of man to elevate his life by conscious endeavor." Henry David Thoreau. So I love these two last words, conscious endeavor. And that's basically what we're going to go into in more detail here. The first thing you need to understand is that your life is a product of your values and choices, and not your feelings and conditions. Well, at least it can be if you choose to make it that way. So the first thing to take away from this first habit is that you are the creative force of your own life. So another way to put that is that you are the one in the driver's seat, or in the book, it gives the metaphor of you being the computer programmer that is going to create the program for your life. And he says that the best way to predict your future is to create it. And the way in which you do that is by being a proactive person. So the opposite of that would be a reactive person. And a reactive person is someone that's really a slave to their impulses, a slave to their feelings and their emotions. And this is what we don't want to be, someone that lets the conditions of our life control our life. The next insight here is to take full responsibility for everything that happens in your life. So you need to separate yourself away from all these external influences on your life and separate yourself from your past, everything that's happened to you. We all know these people that blame their past conditions on why they can't perform in the present. And it's not in this book, but I really love this quote by Tony Robbins, and I thought it would match this be proactive theme, which is, don't let life happen to you, but let life happen for you. Okay, and it really hammers home that be proactive mindset. So you need to be 100% responsible for where you are at now in your life, and don't be one of these people that plays the blame game. The next insight is that your greatest power is your power to choose. And basically, the power to choose is how you respond to any condition that is thrown your way. One of my favorite books of all time, and he also mentions this in this book, The 7 Habits, is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. And I hope to do a summary of that book in the not too distant future as well. Because yeah, as I said, it's probably is actually my favorite book of all time. That book really hammers home this point that your power to choose your attitude on a daily basis is an amazing thing. Another core concept that it goes into within this first habit of be proactive is this concept of stimulus and response. So how you respond to stimulus that is thrown your way. And he talks about between stimulus and response is this space where our greatest power lies, and that is your freedom to choose. And this is what truly makes us uniquely human. If we're to look at animals, they operate completely on just a stimulus and response loop. So it's all just instinct and training. Whereas as humans, we have the ability to imagine, we have self-awareness, we are aware of our consciousness. So we have this ability, this space in between, and that's that freedom to choose your attitude. So you really don't want to go through life as a reactive person, which, doesn't take advantage of this freedom to choose and manifest reality. The last insight from this first habit is this concept of the circle of influence and concern. Everyone has external influences and internal influences. If you see here on this outer circle, we have this circle of concern. And these are things that are just completely outside of your control. So things like the weather, politics, other people's weaknesses, economics, superior forces, pandemics, etc. Now, these things we need to learn to accept these things as they are and just get on with our lives. If we look at this inner circle, this is the circle of influence. And these are things that you can focus on a daily basis, okay? You can focus on these things and expand your sphere of influence. These are things like your mood, your personal health, your habits, choice of work, people you choose to be around, your work-life balance, things like this. Okay, so this is where you want to focus your energy. So when you wake up in the morning, these are definitely the things that you want to be focusing on. If you're the kind of person that wakes up and first thing you do is check your Twitter and respond to the latest rant from someone else, and then you check the news and you get angry at what a politician said, these are things that are in your circle of concern, and you just want to try and eliminate as much of these influences out of your life so that you can focus on the things that you do have the ability to focus on and change.